we remain dynamic in our scheduling. Today, still Metro, but Metro through a different vessel. One that I don't know, I don't dislike this character, but I liked Artyom a whole lot more. The circumstances of our adventure with him are also going to be a little bit less compelling, I would say. They're very palatable, I think is the kindest way that I could put it. In that we could do this. It's DLC for Exodus. There is another DLC. It's called The Two Colonels, which is much more in line with the other things that we've been doing. It's the same tone, the same kind of grimy, gritty, bleak texture that Metro tends to be. Not without hope, but it's, you know, the situation is dire and they're not pretending as if it isn't. But this is not that. We'll be doing the one that's not that. But it is at least more stuff along the lines that we've been doing mechanically. The other one is it's a different beast. We'll see if we get to that one. I would still have to purchase it. But we'll start with the one that we do have. We're gonna click the go button. And shortly we should have ears, and then we'll give you eyes. Good start. Good start. It's already not responding. Oh, and it started in a fun new mode. Okay. Right. Metro. There we go. We got it. I gotta make sure that it hasn't fucked its resolution when we get to the options. God. You know, sometimes lost things, sometimes. Alright. Let's give you eyes. Let's bring this up so that I can maybe sometimes see chat. Well, it occurs to me that we haven't watched the opening thing for this, have we? Well, let's go ahead and do that now. I think it's quite beautiful. You know, red and white looks nice together, and seems pretty indicative of the experience that we're actually going to get into, as far as like Metro is concerned in general. I agree, pal. It's nice. I like it a lot. I like that intro. There it is. Exodus, the title drop. And there it goes. Dissolves like the rest of it. Well, we know this place. This is the Aurora. The unmodified Aurora, I should say. We'll have to go over to chapters. And we'll have to go to Sam's story. Determined to find out if his loved ones are still alive back home. That being America, Sam bids farewell to the Aurora and her crew and takes the railroad as far east as he can, hoping to find means of crossing the Pacific in the port city of Vladivostok. The last leg of his journey, though, proves to be quite a bit trickier than expected. It contains spoilers for the main story campaign. Look out for that. Meh. I'm sure that's not actually meh, but that's what I'm choosing to read it in. In we go. After a new level is loaded, the previous autosave's progress will eventually be overwritten. Your quick saves will not be influenced. Thank you.
Parting with my friends was hard, but for them, the Colonel's death signaled the end of their journey, and the beginning of a new life on the shores of Lake Baikal. For me, the loss became a threshold between the Order and my own life, between duty and my dream to see Dad again. And, like Artyom before, I chose to pursue my wild dream. Along the way, I sometimes felt that the trees, ruins, and leaning wire posts vanishing behind were just an endless movie reel projected onto a ragged screen just for me. A lonely late-night viewer in an empty theater. Yet, every morning, the sun rising dead ahead brought another change of scenery, making sure that I was, in fact, getting closer to the Pacific. One step at a time, slowly but steadily, no matter the obstacles on the way. One day, sitting in a recliner on my dad's porch, I might actually be tempted to start a book about this trip or something. One day. But not here. Not now. I see the town that's to become my springboard for a leap across the ocean, and I smell salt in the air. If there really is even a slight chance of me ever getting home, I will fight it here.
Well, and that's who we'll be with this time. This is Sam. This is also Stephen J. Blum, who we can't and won't get away from. It's useless to try. We'll keep running into him along these woad. Woad is a shade of blue. Privyet, Vladivostok. Anyway, roads that we walk on together. There we go. We got there. Too many words at once. And, well, if you hear me go quiet, you know what it's about. It's coffee. You know how I am about coffee. Tonight it's a chocolate macadamia nut cold brew breve, and it's really quite nice. Lightly sweet, not too much so. Yeah, and the witch got herself a sugar cookie chai with soy milk. So we see that Sam has access to a lot of the same gadgets and stuff that Artyom does, and pretty much the same training and everything that Artyom does. He moves the same. What's going to be different is that, yeah, thanks. Is that, well, Stephen J. Blum is Sam's voice. And that means we're going to hear more from Sam than we did.
Aha, I could use this.
Yeah, man. From Artyom, you see what I mean? So, by look, by feel, this is interesting. It is Metro. By tone and by, I guess, noise, not so much. Sam is going to have things to say. He's a nice enough dude. He's just, I don't know, I guess bland is the way that I would put it. He's gonna go and see his dad, even though we know that Sam is not a spring chicken, and the world being what it is, I don't know that Sam's dad is still over there. Still, I can understand trying to get to, you know, shores that you haven't seen in quite some time. After all, look around. Is there a reason not to try? It's not as if money is a concern. And it's still, it's one of those things that still pricks at me at the edges of my brain, how very similar it is to being truly, totally, abjectly impoverished is that you realize that you don't have money, and won't, maybe ever, and therefore you need not concern yourself with things that cost money. In this case, it's the entire world that's on board with it, and that means a certain amount of autonomy that you wouldn't normally have.
Lost, you idiot!
That sounds like trouble, doesn't it? What else have we got? An ash shot with basically no ammunition.
I'm warning you!
And
Shoot to kill!
Sam's AK. What can Sam do with his AK, I wonder? Well, we have a good grip for it, and we got a standard barrel. That's looking alright. We can switch this to a small magazine, though, because the drum is, stupid. As we know, that drum is basically a trap. He's got a laser on that, but that's unnecessary. So let's see who we've got.
Come on with your hands above your head!
Bandits.
What else would you have me do?
I guess that's all. I'm not greedy. Ha ha! Don't worry, we ain't gonna kill you. The Kingpin wants you alive.
Does he know?
You know what he wants!
I have my sources. As for you, stop wasting my time and come out.
Show yourself, so I know where to go!
Fucking here. Boys, the fuck.
I think we got all of them!
Thanks for your help! Come up here!
Well,
All right!
yeah, it's not necessary to shout, my friend. And you think we got all of them? We just tagged 2 boys. That's it. It wasn't the biggest of deals. We do want all of that. There we are. Some just pills. And already you can see that we're up to our old tricks.
Got you, you fucker! What the hell? You bastard!
Okay.
You... Take a dive!
Oh, nice.
Put your gun down!
Okay, chill.
Take it easy. I just helped you.
Put it down right now!
All right.
Yeah, man.
I'm not
Easy.
looking for trouble. I'm looking for a ship that could take me home. You know any good ones?
Ha ha! We only have one ship here, and she's a looker. Come, I'll show you.
Alright, just don't push me in the hole. There we go. Did that guy drop his gun on the way down? I might want that. Okay.
Careful over here. It's a long fall. You don't want to join those poor bastards.
That is a fact.
Keep chasing me, trying to earn favor with the cat. At least they want to get me alive. Get your spyglass. You can see her perfectly from here. She's right over there.
Okay, wow. A submarine? It's freaking huge. Nice ticket home.
Speaking of your home, where is it? Your accent seems vaguely familiar.
San Diego.
Damn, another American. Seriously, talk about coincidence.
Another American? Danu.
Looks like you really don't know anything. I'll tell you later. Huh? We've got to scram.
The Russian phrases he throws in, just
Out of here before it
the
gets-
Batwing.
Follow me.
Batman is here.
Too late!
Well,
Get out of here, you oversized man!
hey, fuck off. Well, alright. That's what our problem is. And it's an unpleasant one. The good news is, we can usually spot him before he becomes an issue. Somehow, it manages to direct this entire swarm of bats. It's kind of like a big gargoyle. Or demon, as they had been called. Not a lot of difference mechanically. And we're going to be seeing a fair amount of this individual. Eventually, we'll deal with it once and truly, but, well, it's a bit like the Barilla that way, isn't it? Here it comes again. Well, hey, there we go. The fight is officially over. Sam, bold move, but insane. I tell you, when these guys make their own decisions, 9 times out of 10 they're bad. Our team had better instincts. And now, that's that for our guns. They're gone. Our drugs aren't.
Much better.
Thanks, Sam. I didn't notice. He's lippy, isn't he? Like those gloves, though. Similar gloves to Artyom's. Different coloration. If we could get Sam's gray overgloves and Artyom's brown underones, I'd be in business. That's a color scheme that appeals to me. But, as it stands, we have the olive drab there. Frogs. Alright. Okay. We sprinted too fast. You got stuff? Also, Sam is a strong American man, and that's what he does with snakes. They don't fuck him up for as long as they fuck up Artyom, you know. We saw that in the desert. We got tagged by one, and then we had to wait it out while everything seemed real weird for a moment or two. Anything fun or interesting up here? No? No. Okay. Through the hole.
Hands in the air!
Ow.
Come and take it, you bastards! Come and take it!
Take what?
With us! Take him alive!
Take this! Fuck off! Go to hell! And stay down! I'll fucking kill you all!
There you go, break it. Yeah, break it. Fucker! Break it. Sam, fucking commit.
Nope.
I'm doing my best to help you out here. There you go.
Just die.
I don't think he's gonna die from getting tased unless he has a pre-existing heart condition.
My kiss. Not so tough anymore, huh? Fuck off!
See, Sam, if you'd broken something of his, he wouldn't have gotten back up. Anyway, fighting more than one person at a time is typically a losing proposition.
When we got him. Fuck you all! Bastards! I kill you! That's American for sure.
How do you know it's American when you're not that good at Russian?
Got him.
Well, I did hear American in the movies before the war.
He could have seen some too. By the way, he's up.
Hey,
Yeah.
where are you from, pal?
From Moscow.
Look, aren't you an American, pal?
No, I'm a Buryat. All right, you got me. I am an American.
Fucking...
There you have it.
Shit.
Duh.
yeah, duh.
Why did you give us so much trouble before we nabbed you?
It's just not my day.
Huh?
Mój dzień сегодня.
Looks like it.
Well, you might still change your opinion.
Okay.
Turns out we caught an American. We'd better call Cat now and report. Base, delivery here. Patch me through to Cat. I got news for him. All right, standing by. Kill the engine, guys! We're to stand by! Speaking of this not being your day, see what's over there?
Dude, it's clouds.
Clouds! This is a storm, pal.
Yep, a storm. And storms here are not your regular storms. They can ruin your day like nowhere else.
A lot of bats.
You're lucky we took you in when we did.
Delivery. The boss is back on the bridge, switching over.
Got it. Rev up and head to the sub.
So, what have you got? Did you deliver the offer to the captain?
Nah, he got spooked by some small fries. We nabbed the guy who was with him, though. Turns out the guy's an American.
Are you fucking with me?
Please, boss. He swore
I agree, Pi.
Oh, I see. Pass the radio to that.
I know.
Will you?
It's... the dialogue is strange and stilted. It is.
Okay, I feel stupid for even considering this shit, but just in case, who are you?
Lance Corporal Samuel Taylor, U.S. Marine Corps.
Wow. Just... wow.
Yeah, I have trouble believing it myself.
No. Yeah. Listen up, delivery.
Here.
Change of plan. He is my guest. Do you get that? Bring him over, quick.
Yes, boss. Well, didn't we make a splash? Now tell me, who of us knew he was an American all along, huh? Haha!
Wow.
Yep.
Impressive, huh? It's all ours.
Impressive.
So this is kind of the centerpiece of this. We clearly can't let them have this, right?
Yeah, it's me! Well, hello there!
Well, hello there.
A moment!
That's alright. You and me gonna settle up later.
Yes, boss. Shit, we pissed the cat off.
We should have taken the rope off.
Then we get chewed out for acting on our own.
Yeah, there's just no making the cat happy. It's not our day.
I agree, Pi.
Well, Your Highness, we've arrived. Come aboard.
Those motors would have been nice to have, but none of the boats in the metro had them. Maybe due to a lack of fuel. What do you think? Nothing. He thinks nothing. It's a U.S. sub. USS 2036 Mayflower. Well, somebody crossed the Pacific, didn't they? Doing what? Who knows? That's what we're working on. These are annoying me. Is that tires? It's not gonna stop a bullet.
Don't keep boss waiting.
Get going, pal. The storm is starting in a minute now.
Damn, am I happy to see you. Haven't met another American in 23 years. Name's Tom, by the way. Nice to meet you too, Tom. Is this ship yours? Can I book a ticket? Book a ticket? That's a good one. Follow me. Let's talk. So,
I'm here. Let's go.
San Diego, one way. California. Oh, truly a heaven on earth. Save for the traffic in LA, of course. That was hell. Look, man.
No, the entire West Coast is entirely too hot.
Baseball team? Padres. Right. Oh, our team used to play them often. I'm from Seattle, you know.
I can tell.
Mariners. If you think any further check is in order. Nothing personal, Lance Corporal. These are tough times.
I mean, who the fuck? I wouldn't know this.
Of course. Trust but verify. Exactly.
Some Reagan era shit.
By the way, Sam, this is Clem, my right-hand man. He's in charge of the Applied Force department of my business here.
Okay.
Hello, Sam.
How's it going, Clem?
No, Clem.
When we put the knife away.
Clem's boys couldn't invite you here at a better time. The doctor flexed the wind somewhat, but still. Just look at that. Yeah. Had I stayed there, I'd be halfway to Kansas by now. Not that I want to go there. Where do you want to go?
He already told you.
How about we have a good smoke and hear your story first, Sam? Won't say no to a smoke. Even though there isn't much of a story, really. Middle East, Afghanistan, then Moscow. I was on the embassy guard detail.
How did you do that while this cigarette was in your mouth?
Quite a lot of people survived there. And then, we just sat in the tunnels for 20 years, thinking we were the last people alive in the world. How come? A perimeter of jammers. The leaders were in the know, but kept it under wraps. For 20 years? But why? Haven't got a clue, really. A friend of mine learned the truth, and with him, the whole squad I was with. We had to run. Across the continent. We had a train. At Lake Baikal, we split. I went further east and kept going until I ended up here. If my dad is still alive...
Those are launch tubes.
Waiting for my return. He'd be over 70 now. I haven't got much time. I see. So you're looking for someone to take you home.
I already fucking said that.
People don't just sail across the Pacific nowadays, unlike the old times. But I can take you there on this sub.
Yeah, no shit.
Good damn can, Tom.
Okay.
Right, Clem.
So it don't work.
Could I help somehow, Tom? And how did you get this submarine in the first place? It's a long story. Perhaps just an executive summary? Well, I am in a hurry, but not to such an extent.
Well, in that case, I'll start from afar. Oh, by the way, I almost nailed Tennessee sour mash here. No proper aging, of course, but the flavor is basically right.
Want you drink with us, Clem?
I'll drink my own. They don't really get that fancy stuff, Tom.
It was just the first failed batch, you know? But suit yourself, of course. To our meeting.
To our meeting.
To our meeting.
Sam doesn't want to keep
Oh, yeah. What did I tell you?
an eye on Clem, who had his knife out when we entered the room. I'm not sure why.
Mainly on the international weapons market. The locals had lots of money and opportunities, but no connections and style whatsoever.
It's a real long bullet. I'm gonna guess. Well, it's a 30 cal at some point, isn't it?
The relations with our local partners. Just before the war.
No, because those are by 5.4, so that's got to be a 50.
Then the bombs fell. You can guess the rest.
Yep.
Our company had a competitive advantage, though. Warehouses full of weapons, and Clem's boys in charge of guarding those warehouses. Then we entered a phase of dynamic growth, and a few years ago learned of a flourishing settlement here in Vladivostok.
Is that how you
Governed by the
pronounce it?
met before. He did do a decent job of it, I must admit, but was not ready for the ongoing war against bandits. That's what
Okay.
we offered to help with. The captain took the deal and was not disappointed. Clem found a radical solution to the bandit problem.
Yeah, you can still see some hanging.
Okay.
Right. And then we learned that the sub was operational all along, and the captain never even thought of using this immense opportunity.
How is he supposed to use it?
Obviously, you're not a businessman, just like him. Naturally, to everyone's benefit. For so many years after the war, mankind has been barely holding on to life because there was no force left to unite the survivors in pursuit of restoring the civilization.
Here we go. This is
Could create such a force.
This is how jackboots think. It's
To lead the whole world to new accomplishments.
the world around us is
Into a new beginning. You don't even have to shoot. Just drop the anchor in view of any settlement, open our missile ports, and they will readily give us everything. And accept our power.
there. It is. Yeah.
Do you find this inelegant? It would be just a statement of fact. We are power here. We are the force to lead everyone into the future.
I see. So, what do the captains say?
Oh, he went ballistic and tried to get rid of us. But when he saw his game was up for good, he ran away.
Which means you get to decide where to sail now, right?
Certainly. There's just one slight problem. The sub's all right, but its reactors need to be refueled. But only the ex-captain knows where to get the fuel rods and can control the procedure. Regrettably, after our falling out, he wouldn't even talk to us no matter what.
Yeah. A lot of things starting to make sense now.
Great. Then I can offer you a deal. Sam, I'd like you to be our negotiator. Make that fossil understand. If he helps us get the fuel, we leave the settlement to him. We'll find a better base in no time anyway. Of course, he's also welcome to have all crew members who won't follow me. And once we get the fuel, San Diego will be our first destination. Deal? Deal.
Sam, that's a bad deal.
Full protection is our Burley man. I'll send my best guys.
Thanks, Clem. But I prefer working alone.
Oh, that's some true grit right there. Hey, leave Sam be, Clem. He can handle it.
Whatever you say, boss.
You wanted guys to keep an eye on me.
We have a deal. Still, if you are going to represent us in negotiations, we'd better equip you to our standard.
Okay.
Clem, please set Sam's radio to pick up our frequencies.
Sure.
Here.
Now for the important part. The map of the area. It's as exact as it can be, all things considered. Plus, it shows all the captain's hideouts we know of. You should check those first.
Okay.
Done.
Spasibo, Klim.
Well, radio's taken care of. As for the rest of your gear, drop by the shooting range. You'll be issued everything. Have some rest first, though. You had a long day.
Thanks,
Yeah.
but I'd rather go now. I prefer to strike iron while it's hot.
Well, your choice.
Thanks. Guess I'll be going now. The storm's already over, after all.
Good luck. We'll
Of
keep in
course.
touch.
Счастливо.
Счастливо.
Bye.
Just by. Anyway, we got introduced to clearly our pair of antagonists. We also see some things here that we haven't before. Don't worry, we'll get acquainted with those. What I was saying while they were having their conversation was that this is how jackboots think. They look around and see a world that doesn't have, well, them as a unifying force, some sort of grand and inspired visionary to shepherd the poor, stupid people into whatever vision of a future they have. Rest assured, it's always one where they're on top and everyone else pays homage to that. Not homage, but worship. Well, if anyone...
Why?
Oh, there we go.
Not let me send my boys with him.
If anyone gives you this pitch, don't listen to anything else they say.
I know you're cleanly and quietly. Your boys fucked up for good when they let him get away. The captain himself I could forgive.
Okay.
But where's the XO? The others?
We're looking.
Looking. You've been looking for almost a year now. And now the captain is our only chance. Don't you see? I just can't trust your boys with him.
Seems the crew is rogue.
He's an American.
So what? I don't know him. You don't know him either.
But I do. He survived in Moscow. He survived there, and then he came here.
Well, they got bits. We're gonna take those. They can continue to have their discussion up there. We're looking for the shooting range, which is somewhere. It ain't there, though.
Howdy, Uncle Sam.
It won't be the last time we get called that.
Boss's orders. It's that way. Cross the bridge.
Thanks. Tugboat. So the reactor doesn't work.
Hi, American.
Hey.
Okay, I think I got this. Time to check ignition. This is ground control to Major Tom.
Your circuit's dead.
Your circuit's dead. There's
Something wrong. Yeah.
Damn it. I knew I was forgetting something.
We're checking our stocks here.
Let's see if it works now.
And you're expected at the...
Engines on!
Ah, I've been expecting you. My name's Daniela. I'm Tom's gunsmith. The boss wants you geared up ASAP, Sam, so I'll cut straight to the chase.
Okay.
First, your universal detector.
Sick.
There are mines all over the ruins, so never leave home without it. It can also detect spare parts, weapons, lots of things, actually.
Nice.
Indeed. Now, your new rifle.
This looks familiar, but different.
It's a local make, optimized for our home brand of incendiary ammo. It accepts regular ball, all right, just not the standard mags. Don't want our idiots ruining their old rifles with the hot stuff.
Thanks. I'll take good care of it.
Ah, glad to hear that. I guess you're all set now. You can test it here. My assistant has a couple of mags ready.
So, we got a new detector. It's like Artyom's, but it detects everything instead of just people. Which can be troublesome, but hey. We have a moment, and we can check out what else it is that we can make. 545 by 39, we know that. And this incendiary stuff. How to put this? Once again, incendiary doesn't quite mean what they think it means. Like, I'm not going to set something on fire with this unless it's already doused in an accelerant, or it's a big old thicket of extremely dry brush, which we've seen the storms here. It ain't. Incendiary ammunition like this is meant to burn, yes, but because that disrupts the, the surface of a fucking piece of armor. And really what it does is it heats up very quickly once either the fuse is burnt or it applies enough friction to the armor to heat itself up and then kind of bursts. It doesn't, like, melt things. In order to cut through something with heat, you really have to lay that heat on it for a good long time. And that's just not what this does. We got our gas mask. We got our standard helmet. We got our standard electrical equipment. We got Sam's carrier vest. We got our detector, or just a regular bracer. This is our new gun. It's called the Sammy. Looks pretty familiar. It's a combination of a whole lot of influences. We'll talk about that on another gun chat later on. For right now, we'll just kind of get into what Sam's doing, and we'll worry about the particulars later. Not much to do with it right now, but we see that it takes up our third slot. Sam can have 3 guns. He's an American. I would complain about that, but 3 guns is what I ran with the entire time. So, a hit dog will holler and all of that. Thanks. Yeah.
This one should not just feel familiar, it's the real McCoy. A 45 automatic, straight from Tom's premium stock.
It is a 1911.
A few of its siblings here, but this one's been fine-tuned to the max and hasn't seen a day of use past its shakedown. So it won't fail no matter what.
Yeah, it's not true. I mean, they're nice guns and everything, but you want to hear me make old gun boys real mad? They're not that great. They're heavy and goofy for 8 rounds of ammunition, and it's not as if they are fouling proof. They'll fucking stovepipe or fail to feed or fail to extract like any semi-automatic handgun. This one, I don't see the beaver tail on. This might be what it's supposed to be. I do see a notch there, so they incorporate that as a safety. If you're not gripping the gun, then you won't be able to pull the trigger, as well as this here, which does not allow the trigger to be pulled and also locks the slide in place. The problem with this design, of course, is that it has a big old external hammer, and if parts in here are worn, then we can slip under spring tension, and that can still knock it. Now, I believe this safety also keeps the firing pin from moving, but all the same, I would prefer a double action, single action thing with a decocker, probably. This is okay, but it's... in the world of Metro, this is fucking antiquated. Takes 44 Magnums somehow. So, I mean, there are automatic, well, auto-loading pistols with that are chambered in 44, but they suck. The auto mag is cool. It's trash. Okay.
Don't mind if I do.
Try to hit all the targets. Oh, I always wanted to see a real Marine in action.
Nice!
That's 2.
I'm impressed.
That one apparently did not register the first time we tagged it. I guess it wasn't done with its animation. There we go.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
12 rounds. That sucks.
That's some fine marksmanship.
I need more practice with this thing.
That was a solid attempt, but perhaps you'd like to try again?
Need more ammo? Here you go.
Yeah, give me some more. All right.
Yes, another try won't hurt.
That's the spirit!
Good.
1, 2. So 10 more.
Not bad.
There.
Well done.
Just after every fucking set of targets, basically, is.
Great shot! That's what I call real shooting.
That's what they call real shooting. Yeah.
Simplify.
Okay.
I can appreciate art of shooting like nobody else here. Thanks for the show.
I guess.
Thanks.
Aye, that was truly amazing. Here's your prize.
Thanks.
All in a day's work.
So,
I won't be holding you any longer. Good luck, Sam.
those are lower quality than every other AK we've seen. Yeah, see. That guy seems alright.
So, did you get geared up?
Yeah, I did.
Weapons zeroed in and all that stuff?
I mean,
Yep.
it's actually a little off.
Good luck to you then.
Look, dude, it's a little off. Guns at this distance are not going to be that fucking far off their sights. They're just not. It's video game stuff. At a distance, that, you know, little bits of fucking mechanical inconsistencies matter, but we're not even 100 feet away from some of those targets.
Didn't they have a coup or something recently?
We already did that. You can take one tomorrow. He's asking to take a bath.
He screws everyone else.
Compare it to the second best. The bandits outside think it's all in kill. If they feel
Now the witch is going to see if he actually wants to take one or if he's just telling us to take one. Because sometimes he's the bath police.
we'll see the deal to the end and make sure the final buyer treats
This is an interesting barge.
So, what do we do now?
Hello there, our American guest. How do you do?
I'm doing alright.
I heard you saw the captain. How is he?
do that.
Don't answer. I know it's tough for him.
You seem
See
concerned.
him again. Tell him we haven't forgotten a thing he's done for us.
Alright, will do.
And we're ready to
We're
follow
still
him
checking.
anywhere.
But yes,
Okay.
definitely some missing.
I'll keep that in mind. There's a crew waiting.
Yeah.
So,
There's this clown.
you don't like Tom's new
As
direction?
soon as we came to check on him. Look, I know you're trying to provoke me, but I'm past.
It's time for supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Frag is his favorite part.
I still can't believe we got one more American here.
It's very hard to believe. We might be...
Sorry, none
There
of
we
us
go.
really expected to see any Americans save for Tom.
Understandable. Locked.
Saperto.
I guess that means locked.
Now piss off.
Okay. Well, we got a motor this time.
Hello again, American. No hard feelings, right?
No hard feelings.
I wouldn't go that far.
The boss told us to find you a nice boat, and here she is.
Looks nice enough.
She handles well too. Just take the wheel and use the remote box, like the stick on a car, and you'll be fine.
Sam, put the radio in the divot.
Yeah, don't leave it unattended though. It's got pure spirit inside.
Okay.
Also, my recommendation. Take some time to stop, even if you switch to reverse.
Yeah, got it.
Bring her back in.
Absolutely the fuck not. See? I'm already trying things. I wanted to know what was in there. Alright. They've given me a boat. It's got a motor. It's way nicer than the rowboats. And this is how we're going to get around here. We see shrimp. Hey guy, look out.
Shit. That was close.
It's got landmines.
Dumb critter.
That was a mine! Get used to those!
Understood.
There's plenty around! That's why they gave you a detector!
So now we know there are landmines. And we are, as always, familiar with the shrimp and how shitty they are.
Reading you loud and clear, Tom.
Good. I forgot to tell you, all my people know you're a guest now. There's lots of random characters roaming the area now, so if anyone is hostile toward you, you're free to shoot them back your did.
Thanks, Tom. I'll keep it in mind.
You're welcome. Good luck, man. Tom out.
Alright. Well, we got this place. It's right here. We may as well. Shrimp shells raining from on high. I'm sure that's fine. Surely it is. Alright, and just a moment, Lost Things. I will be right back. There we go. We are back. And boy, there will come a time when we don't have to make sure that we're not running over the cables 2R headset and microphone. Almost fell in the gap there. I agree. That was an affirmative on his end. Thank you, pal. I appreciate it.
Could be of use.
The witch wanted to know if I was planning on picking up a wireless one. No, not a wireless one. Just, no, these are mutants. Not a wireless one, just, I'll eventually organize things better. That's about it. The spot that we're at as far as chord organization is entirely... I could, but I could also play Battlefleet Gothic 2. And Hams always wins out. By the way, if at any point in time you are considering war games, don't play Warhammer. I fucking adore Warhammer, don't get me wrong. I am a huge fan of... Oh, the bat fucking woke him up. Thanks for the help, asshole.
I could use that.
Anyway. Huge fan of it, but it's expensive and Games Workshop is fucking nuts. Don't give them money. Note to Korsh. Korsh, I'm leaving this note in case we don't meet. We found a stash here. Looks like the Night Hunters left it. Ooh, the Night Hunters. You were out of town back then, so you kind of missed them, but they were a peculiar bunch. Shook the place up a few years back. They were just a few, but all tough as nails, and their kit was out of this world. Body armor, fully mounted out guns, each of them had a night vision device, the whole shebang, SWAT style. Their stash must have something cool in it. The only problem, I can't figure out how to get inside. There must be a key or some secret lever, but the owners only left that stupid graffiti. Those who have eyes will see. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Pretentious fucks. Could they be more cheesy if they tried? I hate it when people do this. Stassion. Okay, well, I mean, did you try just fucking, like, taking a crowbar to it? Again, that's my first instinct. I don't really need it to lock back up, you know? I just need it open. And if it's a stash, then odds are good that it's not like a pry-proof or pry-resistant fucking safe. It's probably just like a metal locker. In there? Yeah, in there. Mm-hmm. Thanks for the agreement, pal. Yeah, that's good.
Dumb beast.
Well, that's gonna be a problem shortly. Once again, my prompt just, didn't... You know how it is when your prompt just don't. Hey. I would have preferred not to spend those. It's a snake again. I gotta say, honestly, it's just a game mechanic thing. Oh, we found drugs this time. Okay. I'm going to guess that that means pretty good, or, like, nice find. Sick get. Anyway, I know it's just a game mechanic thing, and of course I know the snake itself is not real, but I don't appreciate Sam's treatment of snakes here. You know, like, there's better ways to do it. You can just kind of spook them out, and then they'll fuck off all on their own. We know what that's about. Sam, do you have a... Yeah, you do. That's what I need. For what? It's gone. Something that way as well. Who knows what? Now, the reason that I'm still creeping around, even having heard the combat over music, is that, well... Okay. I don't know what these green blips are, necessarily.
One mutant less.
Because it detects everything. We'll get living things and non-living things and mines and all that shit. I see. It'll be nice to set this thing up properly. There's a cultural obsession over here with rifles being as short as they possibly could be. You know, you might be able to guess that I don't particularly buy into that or understand it. The tool has to serve a purpose, and taking a tool that has a purpose... What did I step on? Okay, well, it's not a tripwire, so I've ceased giving a shit. Anyway, having a tool that serves a purpose and then actively making it worse for that purpose seems backwards to me. That's not to say that short-barreled rifles don't have a purpose at all. Ah, dog, I need that. Okay, well, we're gonna do this about it. Anyway, this was a robbery. We'll take those. Oh. Well, then we have a whole bunch more of them outside, don't we? Ain't that always the way? Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. All looking good. What have we got in here? We have none filters. We'll have to deal with that. Meantime. One. Fine.
Too many of you guys around.
That's all three. Okay. Anything else? Nothing at all. So, they mentioned that those who have eyes will see. Well, we're pretty sure that that's then going to mean if you have these night vision pieces, then... Could you not? I'm puzzle solving. You're being a dick. We have eyes. Let's see. There's a door a little ways back. And 132 or 312 rather. Let's remember that, just in case. And frankly, we gotta go back this way anyway. And yeah, don't worry about those. They were gonna find us anyway. Free Molotovs. Yeah, you just going to, like, the last known spot? Okay. Live in there then. Almost missed that one. That'll be handy later. We're gonna have to fucking deal with that bat. So, still locked. Is there a better way in?
Doing my part.
Okay then. There it is. It's outside. Looks like anyway. And we will very likely want whatever is in there. Ah. Okay. So let's see. Yep. Paints. Not quite outside, but close enough. That is indeed the outdoors. We can conserve battery a little bit here. Clever way of doing it, I guess.
Okay.
That's already better.
Definitely use.
Hey, a throwing stuff thing. More drugs. More ammo. All kinds of shit, huh? Well, thanks. Yeah, all kinds of shit. Valuable crafting materials, in fact. Alright, so let's see. Ew. Yeah, well. Ugh. Okay, standard is 30. I'd kill for one that's just 20, but sure, fine. We're doing alright there. I'm sorry. I had not noticed that previously. It's called the Stallion. Like I said, it's been a year since I've done this. The fucking Stallion. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay. Let's just keep that to ourselves. That can be our private shame. And we'll get the fuck out of here before anybody else notices that it's called the Stallion. I guess Sam just leaves the fucking motor running. Good thing we don't have to worry about fuel for this thing. Anyway, that's one spot off the list. Check mark. Off to the left is the next. That place. So what do we think of Vladivostok so far? It's not the worst, right? The whole flooded city thing on the coast is okay. We already have stuff. And stuff straight ahead. Let's see what kind of things. Well, we found shotgun ammunition, but we haven't come across a shotgun yet. We'll likely end up taking one off the corpse of a bandit or something similar. Just frankly, that's just kind of how we acquire things in Metro, isn't it? Grand. Is that going to be a going thing, Sam? Let's start investing. Now, filters, working filters, are going to be a real big problem here. We don't find them all that often, so a lot of our chemicals are going for that. I'm seeing we're finding drugs, though, so that's at least one concern. With Artium, we had quite a few filters, in fact. It wasn't usually a concern. But hey. Different guy, different place. Yeah. Well, this was easy to find, wasn't it? Gimme.
Отличная находка.
I don't know what that means, Sam. I understood Artium better than you, but then again I was in his head, so of course I'm going to understand him. It would be weird if I didn't. Alright. So. Only 4, huh? Yeah, we'll just save those. We'll take these apart to make a few more of these. And that's all we'll be doing there. A red laser. Completely unnecessary. Clean that up. Nada. Alright, well, we may as well because, hey, we don't have anything else, right? And it'll let us carry some more stuff, which we can then decide what to do with. That's standable? It is, but it's blocked. Alright. Give this a charge. Get these back over our eyes. Well, it's actually not super necessary here in this corridor, is it? I expected it to be darker than it was. There's still not a lot wrong with some extra illumination when we're like checking corners and stuff. Well, Sam, I don't see you being hurt by it, so... Okay. But is it running? No? Sam's a faker. Okay, hopefully we caught that before the sneeze went off. Ah! Okay. Absence note. Vladimir Olegovich Zora Korzhov will have to miss the classes tomorrow, as he will be representing our city in the Regional Marksmanship Championship. Oh, okay, well, good shooting, Vlad. Or Zora. Yeah, okay, so we're addressing Vladimir, it's just that the formatting is fun. He will be back to school on Monday. Well, good shooting, Zora. Looks like the same math as the other chalkboards we've seen. Sam, you play the piano? Not really, huh? Sam, you read music?
This I could definitely use.
Okay. mean, you even do it with the gas mask on, though, Sam. Yeah, there's officially nothing I can do to help you with that. Gas mask on, gas mask off. You're just intent on hacking up that lung. That it? Certainly would seem like it is, wouldn't it? That's where we walked in. This is nothing. Is there another way in over there, or is that just it? Well, doesn't mark it as anything, so I'm gonna assume that's that. And I'm not hearing the click either. Okay. No. Sam, we don't need those. Well, sounds like it's a bird's bath time out there. I suppose he did want to take a bath. Alright, but, you know, there we go. There's the fucking rudder. Just birds. Will you let me get close enough to you to see you? Or do I have to do the bird watching thing this way? Yeah, just seagulls. Hey pal, how'd the bath go? Okay. Well, you can't say she didn't try. Yeah, you don't look wet. He apparently decided against it. Ah, I see. So were you then just being the bath police? Okay. Sam, do you play the harmonica? Someone's shooting over there. We have Melody 1. Well, Sam plays the harmonica. It helps to have a musical skill, I guess, on the road. Something to entertain yourself and keep the mood up. And that seems to be a celebratory exclamation, but again, I'm not entirely sure of its context. I'm just not privy to that information. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. You can slide. I guess. Hang on. Hang on. No, not that time. I'm gonna guess that wasn't how it was supposed to go. Okay, so red, and I see the mine. Mines are red.
This stuff is mine now.
Mines are, bits. So, you know, if you have any kind of Fallout experience, mines are free money. Okay. That way. Ah, there it is. Hey, you gonna mind? Anyway, there's a... Oh, there we go. Hey. I need that. Okay. He went in the hole. I'm just gonna take it. Thanks, friend. Well, it's better than nothing, right? Right. Can't crouch. Wonderful. Because frankly, this is something we sorely needed. Don't believe we'll be getting our friend the revolver, but we can at least suppress this. We do need a quiet kill option outside of, you know, a knife. From where?
Oh, don't be
that way.
I'll try once more.
And they are simply marked bandit, huh?
I did open the door a little. Now I can see the edge of the screen.
What is that noise? Well, of course we have the option for an AK, but it would be redundant at this point, wouldn't it? Now, if we are going to get into a fight here, we don't want it to be downstairs. We also don't seem to have the same range on our detector as Artyom did. Well, let's solve that before it becomes a problem. Rather they not know we're here, right? Down there somewhere.
Yes, sir! What would you like?
Okay. New and good.
Now go fetch the tape!
We went to fetch the tape. They'll be back. Promise. One, two, three, 4, 5. That's what I count. None. Okay, from where? That way. Ah. And I just saw his headlight move.
That bitch is there!
Fucker. And again, betrayed by the prompt. Sucks. They're also still convinced that they would like to find me. I don't know that that's the wisest course of action at this point, do you?
What the fuck's that up there? That is that fucker! That bitch is there!
We found the music room. A new melody.
Отличная находка.
Simply titled Folk Song. We'll take that stuff. And hey. Excellent. Yeah. They're sure to get us. Doesn't seem like anybody else is present there. I mean, they're calling me all kinds of names, and that hurts my feelings.
There's a corpse here, boys!
There sure is. We also heard the captain not far away. We saw that on the subtitles. We'll have to find him. But I have things to do here still. Really? What the fuck was that? The hitbox of the railings is just apparently not railing sized. Alright, that's where we were told to make it new and good. And we threw a bomb at them. There's also a perch there that we could have done it from, but fuck it. It seemed to me like the time to throw a bomb. Anything back there? No. This fucking gun sucks. Way off. Way, way off. We'll need a longer barrel. Okay. Wise decision. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Hey. I do need your stuff, though. It is still a robbery. Alright. Well, that's a job done. I don't know about well, but it's done. We gotta get in there and steal that stuff, too. Give me those things. There's also corpses on the front lawn, if memory serves. I got that one. I got this one. Gotta sit up in my chair. Certainly seems like shit is happening over there. And before we go and finish off the stealing, just a moment, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we may resume stealing. Hey, sleepy bud. It sounds like he's sleepy. Good night, pal. The seats are fucking Sam up. Good night, Pie. What are they even watching? Oh, it's a train. Okay. Jesus, where'd they dig that up? Good night, Pie. Love you. Of course, now he'll be up for several more hours just making noise on his cage. That's true, which brings up another point, is that then when we cook dinner, he will demand tribute. Good night, pal. Love you. Because this is just who he is as a creature and as a roommate. I mean, he could pitch in for doing the dishes, but yeah, he won't. Okay, well, let's go and address that. Now that we've addressed this. Oop. A mine? Yeah, off in the grass there. Well, let's just snag that so it doesn't keep beeping at me. Hi, pie.
Talk about mining for resources.
Oh. Oh, Sam. Sam, we can't say that out loud where other people can hear it. There's also just nothing in there. Okay. Nothing in there either. Oop. Right there. Oh, well. Oh, Captain, I ask that all the time. He has proclaimed himself the baby now. Yeah. This will go on for quite some time. He is as close to a baby as we're going to have. Well, we can't exactly get in from there, but we may be able to get in this way. So it seems like he's not under attack by the bandits. 4 rounds. That kinda sucks. Take a dip, says the captain. Oh, everybody's got their one-liners, don't they? Alright. Well, we're also not going to be able to... Yeah, Sam just will not get down in the water. Oh. Oh, is that what we're doing? We're gonna do that. Okay. Also, I guess there was one behind me, so there was nowhere to move to. Which is nice. It was going so well, too. Nah, it's fine. Okay. Well, we also now know not to even attempt being quite so delicate. Because we're not going to be allowed to be, you know? What's the fucking point? Where's your friend? Apparently they're getting shot in the dick through the wall, is what's happening to them. You got stuff on you, pal? You do. It's not even good up close. Cannot wait for a better barrel. Alright. Great, cool job. That way. But also, because it's not all that dark in here, but this will still help. We'll do this. We'll do this. And, yeah, we're being prohibited from sneaking. These rando mushrooms are good chemicals, but Sam simply will not have anything to do with that box cutter. Okay. Now, we did see that, which is one of the logos of those guys.
Kill the mutants, save the Earth.
We don't know that, Sam. You know, like, come on, man. Another counterweight system, huh? Sure. Oh, he died clutching a night vision scope. Those are at least new grips and a new magazine for that. That's nice. A flooded chair. Okay. Now, won't even let me... God, Sam, you know, I miss Artyom. Not just because he was quieter and he let me do the talking, but because Artyom would just get right the fuck down in here. He didn't give a shit. Okay. So that's where I came from. Which means we are going this way. Alright, finally. Nothing in the bathtub. Up we go. Alright, hey. Finally, we can pick our engagements again. Or Sam could fail to produce the prompt. These prompts are very good this time. Come to think of it, we had that problem in Last Light as well, didn't we? Where after a moment or two, they would just stop showing up. Well, he set them on fire. He set more than one of them on fire. And that way is blocked. Excuse me, rat. Another trap. Okay. Well, let's see who's hanging out in here, shall we? Well, come get it.
Take a dirt nap.
Again, the good news is that they make all kinds of noise, huh? Really are a ton of mutants here, huh? Open. Get away from the fucking door. Okay. Anyway. Too powerful. But it's got that thing on it again, so we will fuck with that momentarily. For now, we'll fuck with this. Remember what I said about those. New grip. I don't know how comfortable that would be. I feel like you'd end up with blisters on, like, the fingertips on the other side. Because when it recoils, it's going to recoil kind of sharply. Like, the pinky rest is good, but... yeah, I don't know about this lip here. This... I'd be open to it, but I just don't know. Anyway. Extended magazine. Looks like it flares out to a double stack at the end, so, okay. That's that night vision scope we picked up. Let's clean our shit. Especially this thing. This is irritating me. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? We're gonna continue to spend that on filters. I want a lot of filters. Ooh. Alright, anyway. Make sure this is charged. And let's see. Oh. Like just with my foot, huh? Okay. I guess, yeah, just with my foot. Sure. I'll fucking take it. I was convinced there was something else to this. Pickles. Can't even get what he was, writing, though. Not much there, to be honest. Oh, we'll open this, and then we'll, wrong button. Anything else here? Ah. I see. Pickle King. There's nothing I can do with or about the pickles. I'm not sure if that's a joke. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be laughing or if I'm supposed to just go, oh, okay, I guess. It may be funny to someone and I might just be missing it. I am frequently missing it. Is that anything? Is that no? No, it's just the standard markings. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's, again, a bunch of these fuckers just climbing on up there, in there. Anything else over here? Is that one thing of chemicals? Oop. Come on. We out there. I'm gonna tell you not to.
Any freaks around?
Says they're close, but they may be close and above. Anyway. Let's see if there's anything to steal here. He ate that super hard. Some shitty wood. That guy was just playing dead. He didn't really mean it. Now we're down to our last one of those, so. Would have been nice to hang on to some more of those supplies, but by the time they allowed us to sneak, the entire building was aware we were here. And they're not even showing up on the thing. Like, I can hear a fuckload of them. Finally. Okay. Hey. Go cool your head, huh? Also, I think that I just took drugs. Sound clip was the same as the one we got for Artyom sometimes. Anyway, Zora. We've been waiting for 4 months here, and it's been hell. We believe you are fine. The wave has stopped by the hills and couldn't reach the championship site, and that's the only thing that sustained us this far. But we can't stay here any longer. Your mom is getting worse, and I can't even get any clean drinking water for her. The people from the sub say they've got a proper hospital set up and their doctors can help her. They'll come pick us up in an hour or so, so please, when you read this letter, come find us at the dock. We'll be waiting. Your dad, Yakov Korsov. Well, I don't know if Zora made it. Or if I'm even pronouncing their name right. Nothing else? You got stuff? Thanks for your stuff. Alright. So, we came up here through this to there. It's a pole. This fucking maze of a building sucks. Big bright moon. Boy, that's more of them than I would like.
Someone's got to do it.
And that's also not what I wanted to throw. That's what I wanted to throw. I got another one. Okay. Mid throw animation, huh? Well, I'll take it.
You bastard!
Oh. That's not a door. This is not a door. That guy we saw get got via that. We got nothing to steal. Yeah, nothing to steal. Open, please.
You damn beast! Watch out!
Good throw. I'm not allowed to take a hatchet, though. No, let me. There it goes. Goodbye, hatchet. I loved you.
Oh, my rifle got jammed. You again?
Me again. Here's that better?
Yes, me. Lance Corporal Samuel Taylor, U.S. Marine Corps.
Well, thank you, Uncle Sam. Edward Baranov, ex-captain.
Glad to meet you, Ed. How did you end up in this mess?
This is one of my ports. Usually the traps downstairs were enough. The Fuglies here know well enough to stay away.
Two people that call them Fuglies, huh?
Before some more arrive.
That one's eyes are still glowing.
Stupid beasts. You kill a bunch, but they just keep coming.
Sam, there's room on your belt for a hatchet, I'm just saying. Be handy. Yeah, he's dead. Do you need help with that?
Help me move this, Sam.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Come on! Oh, we did it. Ugh, I hurt all over. Which is a good sign. Means I'm alive. So, where was I? Ah, yes. Then the bandits from the cinema decided to throw a party for the local gang bosses. And far enough ahead to chase a pack of fugglies away from the ruins next door for extra security. So the poor mutants arrived here and got sandwiched between the bandits and the other packs in the vicinity. The only way open for them was up. I could beat them, but that gem...
You're welcome. I've been looking for you.
Did you talk to Tom?
Yeah, sure did.
He suggests a deal.
Yes, he's fond of those.
Ed, how's that leg, though? You good? He won't answer.
Damn. I hate being old. We're almost there.
Nice boat. Is there anything left in here, though? There does not appear to be. Alright.
Alright, my own personal savior, let's set sail. Come aboard. We have a long way to go.
Okie doke. It's a way better boat than my boat. Ed, why don't you live on this boat? I mean, I guess the shrimp. But that's also what the barbed wire is for, right? Battery.
Tell me, Ed, what happened here during the war? Doesn't look like the city took any direct hits. So why is it in such a state?
Yeah, there were no direct hits. The warheads fell into the sea, all in a neat little line. My sub didn't even shoot. All the targets were destroyed without our help. We called the base for orders, but there was no reply. The base was hit naturally, so we sailed here. That's where the HQ was. When we reached the city, we couldn't recognize it. It was even worse back then, of course. Just the smell alone. There were very few survivors, and frankly, we were surprised to find any. We picked them up from the roofs, organized somehow, and ended up settling in the dock. The place ended up pretty cozy. At least we had no problem with electricity, with the reactors running. And by the time they ran out of fuel, we had a floating power station ready.
That bird was a ghost.
This luxury ended up generating rumors. So the bandits started coming by to check us out. Finally, one day Tom arrived, with an offer of uniting our forces and setting up an effective defense perimeter. That bastard.
Sniper, get down! Damn it! Did he get you?
I'm fine. Keep your head down. Looks like we're safe. Did you see where he's shooting from?
I'll
We
handle
can't
the
get him
sniper.
from the
You
water.
stay here.
Are you sure? Go get him then.
Alright, let's go get him. And we'll see who's where. First, we gotta skulk around down here, though. We want these bits. We need these bits, in fact. I'm sure you've noticed that resources are a lot more scarce now than they were when we were Artyom. Fuck off. Fuck off. And of course, you know, it makes us do that. Not a lot of choice. I can't get down. Apparently they see me.
I see the fucker! He's in the box over there!
Yep. Okie doke. I had forgotten that about this DLC. That feels a little bit unfair, doesn't it? To say, hey, this is a stealth game, but I'm going to disable your sneaking for these segments, and then I'm going to throw enemies at you, which you must make noise about.
Did you see where he's shooting from?
I suppose we could try it with the knives. We'll see. But yeah, overall, just like, you know, don't do that. The other pieces of the game were pretty fair as far as stealth approach, I would say. Oh, she's just reminding me of the time. We'll get done with this sequence here, get Ed on his way, and we'll go from there. Okay. 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 Or maybe I'm supposed to have more ammo in this at this particular point in time. I'm not sure. I've been moving along through this set of sequences at a pretty brisk pace, so I may have skipped over some things and some moments that they were expecting us to grind resources. There. No, he's in that building, is what they say. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. So, let's just get up here. Oh. I'm spotted. There I was at the water's edge. Well, how do you actually want me to go there?
Hey guys! We have to find the fucker before he fucking runs off!
Yeah, you do. That time you grabbed it, huh? That time grab? Previous time no grab, this time grab.
Show yourself.
Alright. We'll find those two in a moment. Alrighty. Sure. That way. I think that was a low battery alert. I want to see what's over here. Sam is not cooperating. Come on. You can do it, Sam. Through the hole. Jeez. Well, they think I'm long gone, which is handy. Give that some extra juice. Alright, anything else to steal? Yes, this. Cool, cool, cool. Well, this was a much needed find. You'd figure there'd be something in these backpacks where there's clearly something in these backpacks, but nothing Sam is interested in.
What are we even doing here? Such a shitty place.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? Can I? Are you going to let me? Because I'm not in combat. Yes. Alright, cool. We will leave Sam right here in this little hidey hole. That's alright. We'll get back to him later. Because we are just a little bit over time. And frankly, I'm hungry. So we'll go where we go. We'll kill that. It'll be quiet. And we will hopefully get Metro to cooperate. It may not. Maybe. Who knows? This fucking memory leak that it's got is interesting, right? The entire session, not really much of a hiccup. On quit, though, boy, that's where we run into issues. We'll wrestle with it, and then we'll get our sign-off going. Aha. Freedom. Okay, so we've been introduced to Sam. Well, reintroduced to Sam. We had already met him. He didn't say much during the campaign, but you could always peg when he was talking, because, hey, it's Stephen Blum. We'll be hearing more from him, and he's got a dilemma, I guess. Not much of one. Tom says that he'll give him a ride, but Tom is clearly a fucking nut job, and is not the kind of nut job that should be in control of a nuclear submarine. We're going to have to reinstate the captain, who didn't fire and, well, called around for orders, and then when he didn't hear any, went, fuck it, we are no longer a weapon in this war that has already come and gone. I'm not sure if there's anyone on our kill list, our not kill list, I should say. We'll have to search our memory and also search the internet and make sure. Because, of course, we do want Sam to go home and maybe see his dad. I don't recall if he actually finds him or not. But we'll find out. Anyway, I'll leave you to wander on your own for a bit. I'm going to wander to the kitchen and cook dinner. It's steak and mac and cheese. Not the most healthy of options, but the witch and I have agreed that tonight we are going to fuck ourselves right up. So that's our plan. Anyway, see ya.